So today is a really cool question. Show of hands, who has doubts about themselves, especially when it comes to business growth? Yes, me too. Aralea, hey, Kane, hello. Yeah, it's really funny, right? So I shared this story with some of you inside of our private community this week. It was really, really funny. Because I think what happens is sometimes we have this tendency to look at our mentors and really put them up on a pedestal and think that we're never going to be able to achieve the greatness that they have achieved. Yes. So I had one of those moments this week. I was in the bathroom doing the hair, and I was thinking about my business builder community, our business builder community, right? So we currently have 50 paying active members inside of the community spread across 2 sessions a day. So typically there's about 20-ish people that'll turn up to a session, somewhere between 20 and 25. Yeah. And I was in the bathroom getting ready, thinking about my mentor, one of my mentors, and how he gets 65 people to a session that he delivers. And I was sitting there thinking, like, I was beating myself up. I was like, oh, I'm never going to get to 65. I wonder, you know, he's so incredible for being able to draw in 65 incredible people. Because, by the way, it's not just about the number, it's the quality of the people, right? Because you can appeal to masses, but if you're not inspired and lit up and connected with those humans, then that's not as meaningful to me as having 65, you know, incredibly bright and, you know, really just conscious humans in the one room. Yep. So I'm sitting there pedestaling him and thinking he's incredible. And then I had this realization. It's like, hang on a minute. So he's been doing this for 50 years. 50 years. He's been teaching and growing his mission and sharing his message and attracting people. 50 years. And then I realized that I've been able to draw in 50 incredible humans into our Business Builder membership. And the Business Builder membership only became available to the public as of January this year. So what are we? We're now at the end of July. So 7 months. And when I realized that, it was kind of funny and kind of humbling. And it got me to thinking about how much we beat ourselves up, because somebody actually has asked the question, which is why I was pondering. So the question that's come through is, I'm constantly doubting myself. How do you have the confidence to show up every day and serve? But I share that story with you because I realized that I was pedestaling my mentor for what he had achieved. And when I was doing that, I was actually minimizing myself and not looking at the greatness that I have been able to achieve. And I bet you do something similar. I bet you look up to other people, mentors or other coaches who might be doing something similar to you, and you look at what they're doing and then you minimize yourself. And this is where this doubt comes in. Because when you do that, when you think about somebody else and compare yourself to them and start to allow self-doubt to occur, the biggest part that you're missing is that your journey has looked different to theirs. So how on earth could we ever compete with somebody else's results? Because when we do, we're actually not honoring where we've come from and what our results are. And results are so subjective. What's meaningful to you as a result is going to look different to what's meaningful to, you know, another person, another coach, another colleague, another client. It's so subjective. So that got me thinking when this question came through around how this person constantly doubts themselves. And so I really went on a journey of exploration to be able to share I really want to share some insights with you that hopefully you can take away and use for yourself to stop this self-doubt. Or you may not ever stop it, but catch it really, really quickly. Because the longer that you sit in that comparison and that self-doubt, the longer you're stuck. And whenever you're stuck in that self-doubt, it stops you from going on to achieve the thing that you're actually trying to achieve. If I had got caught in this loop around how my mentor, who's been doing it for 50 years, brings in 65 people to a session, if I'd stayed caught in that loop for an hour, 2 days, a week, it stops me from showing up for my people. Because all of a sudden I feel like crap because I'm comparing myself to him and what I haven't actually, like what I've perceived I haven't done. So we're not going to stop it. It's a normal part of life, but I want to give you some tools today to be able to catch it quickly and get the hell out. Yeah. Does that sound good? Who wants the tools? Give me a hashtag tools. Who wants the tools to get the heck out quickly as possible? Get the heck out of the comparison trap. Get the heck out of bloody self-doubt. Give me the tools. That's what I want, right? I want the tools to get myself out of that crap. Yep. Kay wants the tools. Aralea wants the tools. Kane wants the tools. Jojo wants the tools. Nick wants the tools. Tools with a Z. I like it. All right. I'm going to give you the tools. Okay. So here's the thing. Here's what happens, right? Like me, you will have your moments, whether it's in the bathroom, on the public transport, when you open up social media, it's going to hit you. It's going to hit you where you see somebody else doing something and all of a sudden you judge yourself and then you get into this spiral of I'm not good enough. What I've done isn't good enough. I'm never going to make it. I'm not cut out for this. I don't know what to do. Everybody else looks like they've got it. What's wrong with me? That's literally hell on earth. And what you do is you disconnect from yourself and you actually take yourself away from your home within you. The light goes off. No one's home. That is not where you're going to continue to show up and create what it is you are capable of. That's where you feel tired, emotionally empty. That's where you can't create content that connects with people. That's where you struggle to show up in a direct message conversation or create an email that inspires somebody. So now not only do you miss out, but so does everybody else that is literally waiting for you to show up so they can see you and be served by you. It's not fun for anyone. Some might call it overthinking, overfeeling, highly sensitive. Whatever label you want to put on it, the truth of it is, when we break it down, what you've done is you've compared yourself to somebody else and allowed their results to dictate who you be today and how you show up in the world. Otherwise known as imposter syndrome, which is another buzzword, yes? But unfortunately, we've got to use some buzzwords for people to really connect in sometimes. Now, when I say I did some research, what I did was I typed in some stuff into Facebook because I wanted to see what is the rubbish we are being fed about imposter syndrome and, basically feeling crappy about ourselves. And here's what I found. And it's no wonder you are confused, by the way. No freaking wonder. Because you are literally, when you open up your phone and you start scrolling, you are actually, the movie The Matrix? Actually, this has just come to my mind. So here's how I picture us if we are inside the virtual world of our newsfeed. You are scrolling and there is just crap being bombarded at you, and it's like you're constantly having to navigate 1,000 bullets of crap. Yes? How is that? Here's what I mean. I'll give you a little visual with some actual words, right? Because here's what I found. People are telling you about your lack of confidence and your imposter syndrome. You've got low self-worth. You lack confidence. You're a procrastinator. Oh, there's the perfectionism bullet. Oh, fear of failure. Comparison, comparison, comparison. Anyone tired yet? That's what it's like when you open up your newsfeed. Bombarded all day long. No wonder you are questioning yourself and you're exhausted, because you are having to literally dodge bullets in your newsfeed all day long. It's freaking exhausting. And none of it is true, by the way. Some of the crap that you have been told on how to overcome these things is also astounding. There are people out there on social media with very little experience telling us how to overcome the comparison trap and feel better about ourselves. And unfortunately, while they mean well, this is the sort of crap that actually leaves you feeling worse about yourself. Are you ready to hear some of this rubbish? Let me give you a little list of what I found as commonalities of the crap that people are telling you on how to overcome this experience. I've got a little list. By the way, before I give you the list, are we having fun? Who's having fun? Anyone? Just me? I tell you, I'm probably going to have to go to the Cairo after that. No, I'm in good shape. Yes. I double dare you to get up from wherever you are right now and do the little matrix dodging bullets jam. It's a bit fun. If you need to wake up, if it's been a long day or it's a long morning for some of you in Australia, then maybe jump up and do the matrix dodging bullets. Jojo feels like she's about to be called out. No, I don't think so, Joe. I think you're going to be equally surprised at what I'm about to share. All right. So I've got a list of things that we've been told on how to overcome imposter syndrome and comparison trap and just generally feeling bad about ourselves. You ready? Okay. Here are some of the common things that we're being told. Be cognizant of your feelings as they emerge. Oh, I feel shit. Wonderful. Be cognizant of your feelings as they emerge. Do you see the problem with that? Remind yourself. Oh, sorry, Sharon. I didn't realize it was that easy. I'll just remind myself that self-actualization is a lifelong journey, and that's going to help me feel better. Yeah, Joe, wait, what? What does that even mean? I don't know. Okay, here's my favorite. Are you ready? Be kind to yourself. Well, if it was that freaking easy, I'd go and get myself a massage and I'd feel better instantly. Yes? Rewrite your mental programs. Oh, okay, great. So I'll just get a piece of paper and I'll just rewrite my mental programming that has been ingrained in me from the minute that I was born. Yes? Oh, perfection. Done. Dusted. Amazing. And some of the other ones include staying powerful and keep visualizing and embracing your success. Now, these people mean well, but that is absolute rubbish. It's airy-fairy crap that doesn't actually help you. Because you are going to consistently have this experience. It's inevitable. And here's what happens. Look, I'm about to blow the house down here, and you actually, oh God, I hope Facebook doesn't, I just realized what I said and that could be interpreted, right? I'm about to, explode the roof. Oh God, that's not even good as well. Okay, I'm about to say something which is quite shocking, which is this. Eckhart Tolle's book, The Power of Now, at the time was really, really mind-opening for me. I was about 20 when I read it. But then I realized that the problem with the advice in that book is that it doesn't work. And it doesn't work because he doesn't actually tell you how to solve the problem. So equally, stuff like telling you to rewrite your mental programming, being kind to yourself, being cognizant of the feelings when they emerge, reminding yourself of self-actualization is a lifelong journey. These things are empty and it doesn't change your experience. The Power of Now and all of the Eckhart Tolle parrots are giving you some feel good dopamine. Let's feel good about ourselves for 30 seconds. But then what happens is when the inevitable comes, which is ultimately that you have to start dodging bullets again in your newsfeed because you're seeing a whole bunch of stuff come at you, and then the comparison trap happens. What happens is you end up beating yourself up worse the next time and the next time and the next time because you got told to just rewrite your mental programming, and then you beat yourself up about not being able to rewrite your mental programming or be kind to yourself. Like, now on top of comparing yourself to what everybody else is doing and how you're not good enough to do that, you're also then stacking up this issue around, and I can't even get out of this trap. But Eckhart Tolle told me just to own the moment as though I've chosen it. And if I can't do that, then there's something wrong with me. That is part of the problem. So this stuff doesn't help you actually show up with confidence. So I'm going to tell you exactly what does. Are you ready? Give me a hashtag confidence. Let's shake it out. Who's ready for confidence? Who's ready to know exactly how I constantly doubt myself but still show up with confidence? Because by the way, I do constantly doubt myself just like you. We are all having the same experience, team. Even Tony Robbins. No one is immune to this. So that's the first thing I want you to get. It's really, really common that we look up to somebody and we think that they're not having this experience. We assume that once you get to, say, a Tony Robbins level or whoever it is that you follow, you assume that they have got it all together, and it could not be any further from the truth. Just keeping an eye on the time because I've got a session. So you, me, Tony Robbins, Oprah, we are all having this experience of self-doubt. The only difference is your degree of being able to master the moment when it comes up. And here's how you get out of that. Here's how you get out of the comparison and the doubt trap very quickly. You ready? Because this is the only thing you need to know. The first thing you do is you realize that you are never getting rid of this challenge. You are never getting rid of this challenge. Your suffering majority of your suffering when it comes to self-doubt, comparison, imposter syndrome, the majority of your suffering is caused because you think you shouldn't have this experience. It's you trying to run away from something that you are never going to be able to run away from. Please hear that. Your suffering is actually caused by the fact that you think you shouldn't be suffering. I shouldn't have self-doubt. I shouldn't feel like this. The minute you think you shouldn't is when you've lost the game. So my secret to being able to show up, even though I am consistently doubting myself, is that I want the challenge. I want it. I want the pain. I'm not trying to get rid of it. Here's why. I have achieved, in my opinion, some incredible things because I've experienced consistent and persistent diversity. Now, I don't talk about my story very much. Some of you know bits and pieces. It pops through in sessions or our one-on-ones. So some of you know little bits. I don't need to talk about my story because I don't perceive that it's that relevant. But what I can assure you is that I have been at the hands of some things that you wouldn't even see in the movies. I have experienced great diversity, just like you. Consistently and for a very, very long time, up until about my 30s, persistently. Now, life has become a little more peaceful, which is nice, but I still have challenges, just not to the extreme that I have in the past. But what I love is that it's in this depth of pain and suffering that I get to grow, and it gives me the skills. It gives me skills to be able to serve humanity and to serve myself. Most people are trying to run away from suffering and challenge. Maybe you are, and maybe you don't even realize it. Maybe you do, to a certain degree, think that you're pretty good at handling challenges. But if you are holding yourself back, it's because you are trying to avoid challenge and pain, I promise you. And we are animals. So guess what? You are always going to be trying to run away from pain. Mastery comes in your ability to catch yourself trying to run away from it and flip it around and embrace it. That is where my confidence comes from. Pain and challenge, not from comfort. The key to confidence is the challenge. You build confidence through solving problems, team. Not trying to run away from them. So let's drop this rubbish around, oh, I just need to feel good, and, you know, I've got to be kind to myself, and I've got to rewrite my mental programming, and I've got to be cognizant of the feelings. You don't have low self-worth. You don't have low self-confidence. You're not a procrastinator. You're not a perfectionist. Your problem is you keep trying to run away from the challenge. So the key here, the quality question I'm going to leave you with now to ask yourself inside of your suffering so that you can move past it quicker. Right? So you can get out of comparison, get out of imposter syndrome, get out of telling yourself you're not good enough, get out of procrastination, whatever it is. This is the only question you've got to ask yourself. What are the benefits to me right now of this experience? And I promise you, if you look, you will find them. Even in the greatest adversity, even in the most painful situations where maybe you've been at the hands of some terrible, terrible things, you are missing the point if you don't go and find how it's serving you. And don't just find one, List every single one until you have a tear of gratitude because you've seen the beauty and the gift of that challenge and that experience. Until you get to that point, your work is not done. And I promise you, you will start to love being challenged. And that is how you show up every single day with confidence. And you absolutely deserve to have that for yourself. So I do have to go, unfortunately. I love being here with you. How was that? Was that useful, team? Let me know in the comments before I race off. Was that useful? Don't let this just be another thing that you hear today. Go and practice this. Don't let this be a thing that sits in your empty shelves inside of your mind of the forgotten learnings that collects dust. Please go and do this. Go and do this work. Now, this is part of the work that I do with you in one-on-one sessions, as many of you will know if you're working one-on-one with me. Mindset is a huge component of what we work on in order for you to grow your business. So if you are not currently working with me one-on-one, but you would love to have a conversation about that, I don't know if what I do would be of benefit. I don't know if we're going to want to work together, but I would love to have a conversation and explore that. So I've put a link in the chat below if you would love to have a conversation. Let me be very, very clear before you think about booking that call. That call booking is for you if you know that you have a service that is unique and you genuinely are committed to changing the lives of people and humanity in general. If you're just in business for money, please don't book a call. I will help you make money, but it can't be the only thing that you want to do. You also want to book that call if you really, really want to have a mentor that is going to work very, very closely with you, because I see myself as a partner in your business growth, not just a tick and flick coach. And if you're really ready to showing up and being challenged, but growing your business, then please do book a call. Please don't book a call if you're going to run your money stories. I'm not interested in those. I'm here to help you make more money. I'm not here to allow you to run money stories. But if you do want to grow, then that call is definitely for you, and I would love to see you. Team, have an incredible rest of your week, no matter where you are. Thank you so much for being here. I love you, and I will see you in the next session. Bye for now.